Hickok 45 here, and guess what we have? Yes, looks a little bit like a Ruger American rifle, doesn't it? This is the ranch rifle version, and it's a big bore. As you can see, we got some cute little federal bullets here. Look at that. They're 300 grain 450 Bushmaster. I think most of them are out there like 250, but Federal loads the 450 in a 300 grain bullet. Now it doesn't go 2,200 feet per second as some other. I've got a few 200 grain bullets, 250 grain bullets from Hornady going, I think, about 2,200 feet per second. But Federal's, I think they just started loading these, and got some of those early on, which I'll talk about, but we've been a whole while getting around to firing them for you all. But they're in 300 grain, and I think they're at trucking at the muzzle at 1,900 feet per second. Okay, so a little slower but heavier. All right, so 450 Bushmaster. I guess we've not done a video with this yet. It's kind of comparable to a 45-70, except generally lighter bullets, and it's like more of a it's a rebated rim. It's not a rim cartridge. Designed, as I understand, for actually the AR-15 type rifle. Ruger actually makes one of those, that multi-purpose rifle, the AR-556, and so it's designed for that. And of course, you have bolt guns in it. And I'll tell you a little story about that too. But anyway, we appreciate the ammo. I'm going to shoot this thing, and it kicks a little bit, but it really doesn't hurt. There's a nice rubber pad on the back of it, and I've even got it covered up to make it longer, so I don't really get any shoulder pain from it, even though it's just a 5.5 pound rifle. Even with the standard, let me show you. Yeah, so you got a nice rubber pad on this rifle, and then I put this on again to give it extra length, and you got a muzzle brake too. All right, that is B-R-A-K-E for my relatives in Kentucky, not B-R-E-A-K. Okay, it's a muzzle brake, or is it B-R-E-A-K? Either way, it puts a stop to some of the muzzle rise. I don't even know, like people argue about whether it actually reduces recoil. I think it reduces the perception of recoil, at least. You can't cheat physics totally, and it may have an effect on the actual recoil too, but it keeps it down, and you feel like you're not getting as much recoil. Now you definitely feel like you're getting more noise and blast. Let's shoot a couple, and then I'll tell you some lies about this rifle. Okay? I take pride in being the best liar around. There we go. We got the red dot on. As usual, I move around lately I'm moving around the Romeo 5. I have an aim point that I moved around for a while. They all switched to something else. I purchased those sights and just move them around. Well, no, the aim point actually gave us the aim point. We like to be honest and transparent. And I moved it around for a while on different rifles. Then I decided to buy one of these, and so we've been using it a lot lately. It's a nice sight as well. So we'll try something else probably next. Did I put one in the chamber? No. Let's do that. All right. Let's just blast something. Mainly the only reason I have cats is so that I have these targets like this. See that? Let's take the safety off and blast it. Oh! Now I get to start out wet. I just had to shoot that first, didn't I? Let's take that. Oh, let's smoke some pot to make up for that. How's that? I'm surprised it broke that pot. Let's put one on the target. These targets go in the box, with the rifles when they go back to E-Gunner. Boom! I don't know where it went, but the red dot at this distance is above the line of sight, so it went a little bit low. That's all right. I wanted to get one on paper, and also I wanted to make sure it would go through the cardboard and the paper. Do I have water on my glasses, on my face? So another thing, speaking of transparency, we always like to let you know what's going on. We don't really have many secrets other than our IQ. We kind of keep that a secret because you'd have no respect for us if we revealed what our IQ actually is. But we tried to do that's why I got some of this ammo, I think, early, because I wrote to Federal and asked, do y'all have any on sale on your site? And said, well, we got some we're loading and get some to you within a week or two, whatever. We had the Ruger AR-556 MPR, multi-purpose rifle, okay? I'd even ordered a couple extra mags with it because it doesn't hold many either, 4 or 5 rounds, I think, as I recall. And he was getting ready for the video, getting ammo and had the magazines. And every time I'd bring the thing out and shoot it, it would have malfunctions with it. He just couldn't get it to malfunction, or to not malfunction with any of the 3 magazines, okay? I think, gosh, now I've forgotten, John, it's been, what, before, I don't know, was it back in November, I guess. I think we actually even finally tried to, we got it maybe to shoot a mag or 2 without malfunctioning, and so we actually tried to start a video, and every first shot, I mean, we just couldn't, it wouldn't work well enough to do a video. It's that simple. And we've explained many times, we're not here to bash guns, but we're here to be honest about them, and it wouldn't be a video, it'd just be a bashing video, you know, showing you how this gun doesn't work. Let's make it a 20-minute video, you know. And in fact, we had one of these one time, the first Ruger American we got, I think, in 308, got it and take 2 shots and the bolt would lock up, you know. And I actually had to take a 2x4 to knock it back out to get it out. And we loosened it, I did everything we could think of, and finally realized I can't do a video with a stupid rifle. It's like, you know, it's just going to be a bashing video. It's just going to, you know, Ruger makes good guns, you know, but they can make a mistake. They can have an aberration or a limit, of course, just like all the companies do. It's like I got rained on, doesn't it? And so we you know, just sent it back, got an old, and it worked fine. We let you know about it in the video with the one that worked, right? If you remember that. So that's what we're doing now. I was all psyched up to do, I just set that thing back. I was all psyched up to do the 450 Bushmaster, you know, but I had so much trouble with that rifle, and I even told the marketing people at SHOT Show about that wonderful experience. And I was so psyched up, we got to get, I don't think I want to deal with that thing for a while. We'll try it later, maybe, like a year. I was just tired of fooling with it. And so let's get one of the bolt guns. And, you know, so I had kind of a bad taste in my mouth for the 450 Bushmaster. So that's what we did, got the ranch rifle. And so here we are with it. And I just want to let you know that, okay? We will probably try another one at some point. And I'm sure there's probably videos on them out there, and they all work just fine. You know, I don't know, I haven't really looked for them lately, but just want to let you know about that. So we had trouble with that thing for sure. All right, so like I say, I'm shooting a couple of different kinds of ammo, mostly the federal ammo and the 300 grain stuff, and we got some 250 grain ammo there we'll shoot a little bit of. Let's load the mag. The gun weighs 5.5 pounds, like I say. I think it comes with about a 4.5 pound trigger. The trigger's adjustable from 3 to 5 pounds. It's a nice trigger. You know, these are like the Savage rifles. They're not very expensive. I think $5.99 MSRP. I don't know what they sell for, less than that, I guess. And you know, they're bedded really well. The barrels are bedded, the action. And you know, anybody who's a real rifleman, unlike me, will tell you, I mean, you listen to Tom Gresham or people who've been rifle shooters like all their lives, and hunters. You hear them talking about this all the time, how it used to take a couple $1,000s and a custom rifle to get the kind of accuracy now you can get with a $500 or $600 rifle like this, or even less maybe, you know, Savage, Ruger, and lots of them. So just kind of just through technology and, I don't know, experience. And the barrels are cut well. It's a cold hammer forged barrel, 1/16 twist, I believe, and they're just accurate, way more accurate than I am, that's for sure. Kind of shooting well, they're plenty accurate for what I do, but you could put, and I read an article, someone had bench rested this rifle, and they were getting a minute of angle, they were getting good accuracy and everything. Not surprised. Me, I'm just a plinker. As long as I can hit that hill over there, as long as I can focus on that brown leaf over there and hit it, I'm good. That brown leaf on the ground over there that I shoot at occasionally. Well, speaking of that, let's see if the red dot's on, and I'll try to hit the red plate over there on the right. Okay. See if I know where to hold it. Popped him. All right. Let's try that 2-liter on the barrel. I'll try to hit it before I try that cinder block. I do believe I have to hold a little bit to the left. I'm not going to mess with the sight. I'll be taking it off here, you know, after this video, actually, probably. Let's try the cinder block. Yep, 450 Bushmaster, 300 grain. It did the job on it, didn't it? So, you know, it's a kind of rifle, without spending a ton of money, you can get a really powerful rifle. And I guess you'd call this a brush gun, a really good brush gun. Not for hunting brush, but for hunting in the brush. Yeah, and that's a little bit controversial. I've read where some of that's a myth, actually, that actually I read a really good article one time, I don't know who had written it, was very scientific about it years ago, about how actually a lighter weight, smaller bullet going really fast sometimes cuts through the brush better. And he made a pretty good argument for it. But anyway, we like to think of these as brush guns. You know, this big old thing is not going to be stopped or slowed down much by a twig. Now, it may be redirected a little bit, and that's another topic. But what else did I tell you about it? You got an aluminum Picatinny rail there, of course, which is nice. I could just pop that on there. Your bolt release here, and you take the bolt out of the gun without any trouble. Yeah, pull that out. It's a very simple design, of course. Your bolt, it's a 3-lug bolt. It's just a nice, simple rifle. A lot of people can't get past, the polymer stocks and all that sort of thing. It's definitely not a Remington or a Winchester Classic Model 70 or a K98, Mals or anything like that. But they work. You're gonna take it out and bang around in the snow and the rocks. Maybe this is better anyway. Okay, you don't want to mess up your good rifle. Got your tang safety there. All right. Even though it's a really powerful round, I've got to probably take out one pig, because this is also I think targeted to hog hunters. People hunt wild hogs. So we got to take one pig out, even if it damages it, right? Just can't resist that. Let's just take that one out right in the middle of the field over there. Try to. Let's see if it knocks him over. Yep, took him down. All right, so we got a pig with it. It definitely qualifies as a pig rifle. I see another pot that needs smoking right here on the stand. And how about a UT 2-liter? Wow. It just turns them to vapor, doesn't it? Okay. Let's see what else about this thing that I could make up about it. Let's see. Yeah, it'd be nice to have another magazine for it. If I was going to buy one of these, have it for hunting or something. I don't hunt, but or for any purpose, I'd buy a couple extra mags probably. See if I can find a 30-round magazine for it. And but again, for a hunting rifle, 3 rounds, not a big deal, right? Probably if you would have extra mags if you're out in the forest or out in the fields hunting wild boar or something. Of course, the sight doesn't come on it, that's mine. 450 Bushmaster. I read one article talked about how part of the reason these have become popular, there are several states, I think Pennsylvania is one, I know Michigan is one, where they have in recent years, changed hunting laws, deer hunting laws especially, from where they had to use a shotgun. I think it was at the lower peninsula of Michigan, I read. For a long time, I think you could only hunt deer with a shotgun and slug, I guess. And in recent years, they changed that to where you could use a rifle with a straight-walled cartridge. Everybody know what that means. You don't have a neck cartridge. So it's going to be more like a pistol round, or actually be a pistol round in a rifle, or something like this. So you've got a powerful round. It qualifies it as a straight-walled cartridge. I think up there it has to be 35 caliber or more. So you could use something like this in 357 Magnum, 44 Magnum, or 450 Bushmaster, anything like that. So there's a bigger market in some states now for this, for deer hunting, that sort of thing. And I hear from people, some of you all, how excited you are. You talk about that with lever guns, like, oh great, that Marlin lever gun or whatever it is, I could use that for deer hunting now, because now it's legal where I am, where it wasn't before maybe. All right, which of these 2-liters wants to go first? How about that one right there? How about that UT one there? Wow. And we'll save the amber one here for last. Boy, I tell you, it's fun to hit a 2-liter with something like this because it just takes it away. We'll load 3 more, all right? And shoot them carefully. So, yeah, I told you about the trigger and, well, I know about the barrel. Again, what's that? That trigger is called the Marksman. Yeah, the Ruger Marksman trigger. And you know what? I was going to shoot some of those 250 grain rounds. Well, let me put some of those in. I lied to you, didn't put them in. So it's a Marksman trigger. It's got a nice trigger on it. And the things you want in a hunting rifle, you know. I say hunting rifle. I don't know if somebody would use one of these for like bench rest competition. So it is really designed to be a hunting rifle mainly, I would say. Okay, now we got 250 grain bullets. Might not be heavy enough to break that 2-liter. We'll see. I think it did. Should I take out another hog? Let's try that hog on top. I might get a different point of impact here. That'll give me an excuse if I miss. And why don't we just put the last one on the gong? Oh, look at it rock. Yeah, it's a pretty nice rifle, 450 Bushmaster. And yeah, I'm gonna have to put one more round in because that bucket is talking to me. Now, you thought that was just a bucket that randomly sitting on the range. I know better. I don't know which should be better to hit it with, really. I don't know. Get a little more velocity with these. Let's do that. But it's actually filled with water, I think. You know, there's one way to find out. I put one in because probably that's all it'll take. Okay. And we'll see what's in it together. If it penetrates the plastic, we'll see what's in it. All right, let me bear down, make sure I hit it. All right, where should I hit it? In the middle? Yep, it had water in it. Oh man, I almost forgot one of my favorite targets. When I have a big boomer out here. So yeah, I don't remember what I was going to say, but it was something stupid probably. I'm not a hunter, you know, so I'm not an authority on hunting rifles, but you know, gun's a gun, rifle's a rifle, and these Ruger Americans are pretty nice rifles. Like I say, we got one that had a problem, but you can get anything with a problem, and we even got the AR-556 that had a problem. I'm sure the next one we get, whenever that is next week or next year, it will be fine. So. The thing you hope for with gun companies, well, you don't hope for it, you hopefully study and find out before you buy a rifle made by somebody or a handgun made by certain companies, because I see your all's comments quite often about the customer service, you know, at various you know, gun companies, whether it's good or bad. You know, so that information is out there. You just Google it and see what people are saying about the customer service at whoever, Tars, Ruger, Smith & Wesson, Colt, Glock, or you know, whoever, because it does vary from company to company, and of course it varies from person to person and their perception of customer service. Right? Everybody is different, and as we know, you know, some people are impossible to please. They can even be irrational, and I got another news flash for you. Some of those irrational people, those non-thinking people, sometimes they even post comments on the internet. Yeah, that happens sometimes. But anyway, yeah, it is a nice hunting rifle for the money. You know, it's probably a nice hunting rifle for, it's just a nice hunting rifle. I don't want to qualify it with for the money because that makes something sound substandard, and these rifles have a pretty good reputation. So anyway, the 450 Bushmaster, an interesting round. If you're looking for something, you know, in a bolt gun that's got a big punch to it, you know, it's one option, it's another option. So, and I know the main thing you wanted to know is what it would do to a 5-gallon plastic bucket. So that really tells you all you need to know in terms of its hunting capability, right? So glad you all came out today. It's always fun to bring you along and have fun with us, and glad you're here, glad you support us, and You know, we don't deserve it, but we're really glad you do. Life is good.
That's not bad. Oh, hey, just measuring this 15-shot group. Since I've got you here, I want to remind you to check out our friends over at SDI and Talon Grips. SDI is a fully accredited online distance learning program where you can get an associate's degree in firearms technology or become certified in gunsmithing. So check them out at sdi.edu. They also accept GI Bill, so be aware of that. Talon gun grips, you may be aware of those. Dad's been using them for a long time. Essentially a grip tape that goes around the grip of your handgun, just like this, around the grip, and gives you a much better grip, and you're not stuck with basically the grip that comes from the factory on the pistol, because it's not like the old days with 1911s where you just change out the grips. A lot of these more modern handguns don't give you that option, so you have to either just stick with what you got or wrap something around the outside. So check them out if it makes sense for you. And also, don't forget to go to our website, hickok45.com. We have a bunch of stuff over there for you guys to check out. We actually have our videos now on gunstreamer.com, so please check that out. Don't forget about our social media. Don't forget to look in the description also. There's a lot of information there. The description of the video and the website, hickok45.com. But our social media at The Real Hickok45 on Instagram, Hickok45 on Facebook and Twitter. There's John_Hickok45 on Instagram, but you can't guess who that is. What else? I think that's all I was going to tell you guys. Oh yeah, our merchandise. You can find our merchandise at bunkerbranding.com. We have this shirt, at least as I'm making this video, available. And we've got some hats. Just go check it out. It's going to change what we have available at different times. So if you like something, maybe go ahead and jump on it. But the main thing is hickok45.com and support the people who support us whenever it makes sense for you. As always, I really appreciate you guys still watching these videos after so long and so many years. It means so much to us, and it's been such a fun experience. And we appreciate you guys, and see you later.